Hey there everyone, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we're going to be doing a field test and overview on the Schrade SCHF24. I know it's kind of a mouthful. We'll be calling it the F24 for the rest of this video. And I'll give you a couple basic specs and we can jump out there and begin to use this blade. What we have here is an awesome 3.4 inch from the handle scales to the tip of the blade. So 3.4 inch blade. That's awesome, and it weighs in with the sheath at 6.2 ounces, which is a great carry weight for what you're getting. The blade steel is HCR13 MOV, Chinese-made steel, but they've done a great heat treatment over there at Schrade, and it holds an edge for a very good amount of time, almost as good as my SOG Seal Pup made out of AUS 8. So very impressed with the stainless steel, the HCR13 MOV that they've given us, and the stock or thickness of the full tang knife is 5/32 inches thick with G10 handle scales, Kydex sheath. So a great little blade that they've given us here with that awesome kind of flat gray coating. I love that coating on there as well. Hollow grind, if I didn't mention that. So let's go ahead and begin to get out there and begin to use this F24 from Schrade. So you can see how well this F24 is able to carve and curl on this piece of wood. So it's a great little companion to go with a larger fixed blade. You know, maybe an SP51, an SC Hungerless, you know, even a Schrade, you know, F9 or something like that. And you can do your more finer detailed stuff with this blade. And it's very ergonomic regardless if I'm holding it here or kind of in this little cup that they've designed for you. You can kind of choke up and get a real good aggressive, you know, grab on your blade to then be able to process your wood how you would need to. So wood processing is a breeze with your F24. Alright, here we are with the F24. We'll do some nylon rope cutting with it, see how it does here with that. Nice amount of belly, so it does just slide right through there like I thought it would. That hollow grind, very easy to do. No need for serrations on this model. I mean, I think it's just great as it is. Very easy to go through there. We'll try and do a double cut here. See how it does. Yep, there we go. Real nice and easy with the F24 by Schrade. Slicing right through that nylon cord, rope, all that type of stuff. Molly, it's going to do that great. Go through a seat belt. Nice and easy with that nice hollow grind. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of cardboard cutting with the Schrade F24. As you can see, we've already done a bunch of cardboard cutting, and I got to tell you guys, this thing is an EDC master. When it comes to cardboard, it's going to go right through there. Real nice because of that hollow grind. It's going to do a really good job for you. It's going to hold a good edge for a good amount of time. It's not a super steel with that HCR13 MOV, but I mean, man, it does a better job than a lot of the other small fixed blades that we've used here on the channel. It definitely cuts better than, say, you know, the Azula 2 when it goes through cardboard, just because of that hollow grind. Does a great job and does it just as well as the Schrade F16 with its hollow grind as well. So I mean, this is an awesome EDC cutter. I mean, it's going to do a great job going through those cardboard boxes. The reverse tan toes, you know, are going to get inside your boxes, and then the good amount of belly there is just going to do a real good job for you when you're doing your EDC cardboard cutting. So if you're looking for a small fixed blade to do cardboard cutting and, you know, opening some packaging, the F24 is definitely should be at the top of your list if it's not already. Alright, so now that we've thrashed on this cardboard and made a big huge nice pile, again, awesome cardboard cutter, the F24. Let's go ahead and look at the handle. The handle is really well designed. I love the handle on this blade. I have large size hands. I wear large size gloves when I go to the store to buy a pair of gloves, and you can see how much is on the back end here. It definitely has a little bit of an angle, so you could do a non-lethal or use it as a glass breaker if you so desired. Nice lanyard hole as well. You're going to be able to get 550 paracord through there really easily. Then it has G10 handle scales that are kind of Rocky Mountain traction, kind of similar like what Tops does on some of their knives. You can see they're real good traction there, and they're nice and thin, so they're not really fat and bulky and are going to kind of wear out your hand. I really like how thin they are. Real nice thin profile. again, with the 5/32 inches thick spine, is going to really make for just a very, very slim profiled but comfortable knife in your hand, regardless if you have small, medium, or large size hands. You can see there it got really nice cutouts along the way. And then it has these flow-through kind of screws to hold the bolts into place. You can take them off with flathead screwdrivers or a coin. They are designed to be able to be taken off if you so desired and want to wrap the handle with paracord, but that G10 traction is awesome. And then a good amount of jimping along the back spine there definitely does the job. Not too aggressive, and a perfect thumb ramp. It's not too aggressive on that thumb ramp, so it just fits really nice into place, regardless if you're doing your cutting motions like that, or if you're holding it in a reverse situation like that and doing a stabbing motion. It is locked into place and going to give you fantastic, some of the best traction around on the Schrade F24 for sure. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of stabbing and using this knife in a couple other ways, but let's go out there and do some stabbing tests with this thing, just kind of show you how well the traction works, particularly in that type of use. All right, so we got the F24 here. We're going to do a little bit of stabbing here into this phone book, just so you can get an idea of the traction and the penetrating ability of that reverse tanto kind of design there on that tip. Nice. You can see there I went about 1.5 inches in. Just real good penetration into this phone book. And again, I'm super locked into place here with the traction, particularly in that reverse, stab. I'm not going to accidentally ride down and, cut myself. So great traction with this kind of reverse, stabbing type of use with the Schrade F24. All right, let's take a look at the sheath here on the F24. Real nice loop over design Kydex. It is Kydex. It's a thinner type. It's not 0.8. I'd say it's probably about 0.5 on the thickness of the Kydex, which helps with the cutting down of the weight. You got really nice lashing points along here, so you can run paracord through there and put it through molly and different things like that. Again, kind of that loop over design. Then you got your really nice belt loop back here. On the back, you're going to definitely be able to get your normal size belts through very easily, or other types of molly attachments, or however you would like. So that's awesome. That's kind of a drop leg design. I really like that a lot. This is not BLADEHQ compatible with the original size BLADEHQ lock. The small BLADEHQ lock may work through here. I can't tell yes or no, but the original size that comes with some of the models out there, like the Rat 3, does not fit on this particular model here. But they do give you a really nice thumb ramp right there to grab the Kydex. Push off, pull out, there's your blade, you're ready to go. Use it, clicks back into place with authority. Not much of a rattle at all, very silent. You can see there. So very good, secure, again, for 30 bucks, Kydex sheath. I mean, awesome. It's not some crappy nylon, with a Velcro strap or something. Very, very secure, good quality Kydex sheath here on the F24. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and wrap up this review on the Schrade F24. What we have here, I just want to give you a competitive option, is another Schrade product that came out last year, the Schrade F14. We previously reviewed this knife. Great knife. It gives you almost all the exact same things you're going to get with the Schrade F24 up top, just a little bit different design. The Schrade F24 does have more of a glass breaker kind of non-lethal pommel back here, whereas the F14 just has a kind of a flat, more hammering pommel back here, and then obviously drop point design, and then you got your reverse tanto. So it's really pick your poison. They're both amazing blades. They're both going to do a great job for you as utility, just kind of jack of all trades knives. That's really how I feel about this Schrade F24 in particular, and the F14, is that they're jack of all trades, master of none. They're going to cut rope good. They're going to cut cardboard good. They're going to, be able to do some whittling and carving for you. They're going to be able to do self-defense if you need them to, but they're not going to do any of those things like supernaturally well, like just, oh my gosh, that was amazing, type of thing. They're all going to do them really good, but, utility knives, jack of all trades, master of none, which is really what you want if you are looking for just one blade to carry on you every day, an EDC fixed blade. And again, at $30, right around $30, particularly the F24 is just going to be an amazing blade for you, and going to do a great job at an amazing price. The same price basically of an Ontario Rat Model 1, and that's a folder. Or another example would be like a Spyderco Tenacious. I mean, again, the same type of steel, same good quality, edge retention for the price point and for that steel, good heat treatment and stuff. I mean, again, not a super steel, but it'll do right around what SOG does with their AUS 8. So that's really good, for a budget price. And again, a Tenacious is going to run you almost the exact same price, but it's a folding knife. This is obviously going to be a lot tougher, a lot more durable, and last a lot longer, and do harder things and harder tasks than a Spyderco, say, Tenacious would. So I think that the Schrade F24 is, for the price, an amazing blade. If you're wondering, you know, I've had some other comments when we did the F14. How does the Schrade 24, this one right here, you know, compare with wood processing to, say, a BK14, because it's right around the same price. A BK14 without the handle scales will cost you, from K-Bar, will cost you about $36. The BK14 will do a lot better job with wood processing as a pure survival wilderness knife. You know, it's just going to slice a little bit better because of its full flat grind than the F24. But, you know, the F24 is going to have way better traction for stabbing and, you know, utility use and those type of things, and comes with a little bit better sheath than the BK14. So it just kind of depends. Again, like I said, pick your poison. Great to pair with either like a big fixed blade, say the Ontario SP51, another big Schrade knife. Overall, totally worth the purchase. The $31, $30 you're going to find on Amazon, eBay. The Schrade F24 is a total home run for that price point. I would highly recommend this blade. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.